It was one of those days that comes between Friday night and Saturday morning and never seems to end. When I was put in the frame, I didn't know the picture was 6 weeks of suspense and deceit with death lurking round every corner. All I had to go on were these 10x8s and some names: Matty, Ricky, Laura, Joe, Tom. If these guys are as good as they're cracked up to be, pretty soon it'll be all over town. The Chandler-Kane connection was a snitch, but who was the big guy rolling the dice? I was just about to find out. Pulp Fictions, starting in 45 minutes.
In a few minutes, Newsnight on BBC2, but first a little more from Video Nation, another part of African Summer.
Well, I just say that I've been playing this silly game for the last 20 years. For the first 8 years we played in Uganda. Then after 72, the time didn't allow us. But since we returned to Uganda back, we are back on the course and this golf is back into the full swing. Very cosmopolitan club. Membership comes from all across the community. The Asians, the Africans, the Europeans, all members of each community equally enjoys that. Right, Rod. Put it on. Show us the way. I must say this bluntly, that people have got the wrong conception of Uganda after knowing what Amin was and what Amin did, which is completely contrary to the Uganda characteristics. Living here is a great harmony. We live in peace, we live in a great social, healthy environment. I feel that I'm growing younger every day.
Newsnight on BBC2 now with Jeremy Paxman.
Croatia attacks and there's scarcely a peep of protest from the West. Is the secret of their impunity the fact that they're not Serbs? Good evening. After a day of heavy shelling, the Croatian assault on the rebel Serb stronghold of the Krajina appears to have paused for the night. This evening we devote much of the programme to the turmoil in former Yugoslavia. As Croat forces push into the Krajina, the rebel Serb capital Knin is shelled by the advancing troops, oblivious to the hand-wringing from the rest of Europe. But could the casualties inflicted on the Krajina Serbs be enough to bring in their brethren in Serbia and widen the war? The UN spokesman Philip Arnold tells us of the peacekeepers' fears. The embattled Serbs in Krajina tonight launched a missile attack on the Croatian capital Zagreb, driving civilians across the city into their shelters. We'll be talking to the Croatian ambassador about how long the campaign may last and where it may end. The eyes of the world may now have turned from the Bosnian capital Sarajevo, but the predicament of that city has not gone away. We travel down the perilous route from Mount Igman into the city, the lifeline now protected by British artillery. Also